All right, so I'm going to call the meeting of the Whitman Aid to the Elderly and Disabled Taxation Fund Committee of March 11th to order. In attendance are Brian Trussell, the chair.
Heidi Hosmer.
Ken Layla.
Debbie O'Brien.
John Galvin, guest.
Okay. So first item on our agenda is public comment. There is no one here from the public, so we will move on to approval of meeting minutes. Oh, wait. Well, you're a guest.
I'm a guest, yeah.
Do you have a public
Right,
comment?
yeah.
I do not have a public
Okay.
comment, no. I'm on the agenda.
Yes. So, approval of meeting minutes of January 14th. So one thing is that that was the date we met, right? The 14th?
In January, yeah.
January? So just on the meeting minutes, it goes-
January
it's
21st.
the 21st.
Oh, what? Okay, 21st, yeah, it says at the top. Whoops.
January
All right,
21st.
I'll fix it.
So that's,
Two different dates.
so we'll just fix that.
Was it which one was it though? Now I can't remember.
Yeah, January
I have it as the 21st.
I do.
on the calendar.
Okay, I'm like, all right.
Was it,
I thought-
was it, look at my calendar.
Yeah.
I thought it was the 14th.
No, we had to move it for, I think Heidi was out of town or something.
I was coming back from Florida.
Coming back. Okay,
that
that's
day.
what it was. Okay, yeah.
So was it on the 21st?
That's what I had in my
Yeah,
calendar.
Yes,
that's
it
what I
was.
have.
Okay.
That was my
All right.
fault.
So then we don't have to change that.
And we skipped February, so
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Has everyone had a chance to look over the minutes?
yes. Make a motion that we approve the minutes as written.
Second.
All right, any discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Unanimous.
Unanimous.
Man.
All right. So next item is on the agenda is donation account balance update.
It's a slow month. But I mean, the account's up to $4,085.44. So,
Getting there.
What was it 4,000?
creeping. 4,085 and 44 cents.
Okay. Okay. And I know, so this is just a general education question, because I know that just in listening to different discussions on budget stuff, like I know that I paid my auto excise tax yesterday. Like, how do those get sent out? Are those based on registration dates, or are they?
That yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
So those are something that it's, because sometimes I hear talk about like, oh, the excise tax, it's a bigger thing in the beginning of the year, and then, or is it fairly evenly spread out?
I think the biggest chunk of bills that go for excise was due yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like that's the biggest, but then there's
Okay.
like a few more commitments
Correct.
throughout the year, but they
Okay.
get smaller.
Excise goes January to December,
Yeah.
unlike our budgets
Right.
that go July to June. So
Right, and-
this is the first year or so. But there's not a checkbox for us on the
assessors
excise
get
No, there's literally no
the
room on
list
that.
from the RMV.
Right. So I guess I
It
was
comes
just curious how
to
they,
us that way.
why is it so front loaded in January, or that first the first commitment? What do we know why?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I mean, like
I can find out, but we get it from the registry
Yeah.
that
Okay.
way, and
All
that's
right.
how they feed it to us.
Okay.
So basically, that's all the new from last year that didn't, or near the end of the year.
Yeah, it's all
But
everything.
As
that
I was saying, we're not our checkbox isn't on
Right,
the
yeah, yeah.
excise, so I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, I know. I think I was just in general curious about that. And,
yeah.
Because I was like, oh, like, because I think about like when we registered our cars.
Yeah.
And like, so ours are always like the beginning of March is when both our excise, my wife and I's excise taxes are due. But then the idea that they come in at different commitment levels, differently, but why they would be heavier in one part, maybe it has to do with like, oh, what's
That's
new
everybody.
one's due.
That's exactly
it's a
what
new
it is.
year.
So it's everybody. It's everybody. It's not based on
every car in
Right, it's
Whitman.
not
Okay.
your personal
Everybody-
date.
It's,
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I think. That so then
Yeah.
as new cars are registered,
They trickle
they
in.
trickle in. Okay, that makes
Yes.
sense. Okay,
Yes.
I thought they just divvied them up, and it was just a weird way they divvied them up.
Oh,
so
no,
that
No,
you know, okay.
we get the 90% of it in
Oh, okay.
January.
All right, that answers my question then, 100%. All right. Sorry about that. All right. Well, thank you, Deb, for that. All right. So next on the agenda is an update on the Friends of the Whitman Elderly Nonprofit.
Friends of the Whitman Elderly and Disabled Incorporated.
Oh,
On January 30th, 2026, approved by the Secretary of State's office. We have our tax ID number, EIN number. We have the paperwork to file for the 501c3, but we're gonna wait another week or two. I'll update you on a fundraiser we're doing. It's $275 to file for the 501c3, so I just kind of want to wait until our fundraiser is complete for cash flow purposes. We do have $1,000 in our bank account. $200 of that is from this fundraiser that we're doing. We have $500 in the Venmo from the fundraiser. So what the fundraiser is, I'll pass this out to you. The fundraiser we're doing is like a Super Bowl squares pool, except it's for March Madness. You all are eligible to get some squares if you're interested. Appreciate it. We have basically a week left until March Madness starts. If you turn it over, basically the way it works is that similar to any Super Bowl squares, you have team on the top, team on the bottom, and the team on the top is the winning team of any game.
I see.
Team on the side is the losing team. Going to take the last number of the score of the winning team and the last number of the score of the losing team, and that's who wins the square. Now, in Super Bowl, it's 4 quarters and you're done. And you have bad numbers and good numbers and all that. There are no bad numbers in this.
Correct.
It's, because basically a basketball score can be anything. And it goes by rounds. So there's 32 games in the first round of the tournament. So there can be up to 32 points. If you win a game, you get a point. The person with the most points at the end of the round wins the prize money for that round. It starts off low, which says on the front,
My
and
son
then
is doing it.
grows and grows as you go. Unfortunately, right now, I'm a little disappointed in that we've only got 25 squares. So
Oh, well, I'll definitely get one.
Thank you very much. I've got more flyers here. I've already distributed 35 sheets to local businesses around here. If you look going out the door in the town hall, we're actually on the front door of the town hall. How did you miss that coming in and out? You asked me last night.
Go inside door.
Well, I can buy one, and you know what? I'll get 2 because I'll get one for me. I'll get one for you.
The Venmo QR code is right there. Hopefully that goes well. If we don't sell them all, I'm assuming we'll still go forward with it. And just have, if a winning square is not bought, that it'll just be, if that square wins, then the money stays with us.
If it wins,
If we sell all the squares, we'll make $1,500. Hopefully we can sell all the squares. We'll see.
and maybe the winner will donate the money.
Maybe the winner will donate the money. I don't, it depends on who you're dealing with.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway, so we have two other fundraisers planned through June. We're going to do a basket raffle in May. It'll basically be just, it'll be scratch tickets. So it'll be a scratch ticket raffle. And then we're going to set up a table at the Whitman Day. And then the next Wednesday after Whitman Day, we are going to have a trivia night in the KFC. Lo and behold, nobody knew that Ken Lytell has a secret life as a trivia master. Ken's on our board, I guess is the best way to put it. So that should give us a decent amount because we don't have to pay the trivia person. So that's kind of what we got planned now. I wish I could tell you how much money we think we're going to make, but hopefully we can get more than what you guys already have, and maybe we end up at 10 or 15,000 for you guys to move forward. But it's too early in our life to really make that. That go.
This is an idea. I'll throw it out to you. Dining for a cause, just like my son just did. If you can find a local restaurant that will help you out.
Michelle Lamartine is all over that.
Good.
She's got so many different ideas that. That's something we talked about as well. But we didn't think there was enough time between now. I mean, we were trying to focus on what we could do between now and June to get you guys an idea of how much money you'll have going forward for next year.
Absolutely.
the summer, Michelle says, isn't really a good time for fundraising, just because
Yeah.
it's so hot, and depending upon the day, if you try to do something outside, it might rain. So it's hard. It's hard to get, but we'll keep you updated.
A
Awesome.
lot of times, if you write to various organizations, not so much requesting donations, but like in your case, you're going to the KSC. If you write a request that they waive the fee to rent the hall.
Michelle already did that. Michelle
she
knows
did?
him
Okay.
well, so we'll
Good.
see what the fee's
She's
going to
really
be. We
good.
probably will have a fee of some sort, but we're hoping it's not going to be that much. The other thing is what I forgot to mention in April. Once we're done with this, I've talked when I was on this committee before about going hard after the local businesses, and that'll be kind of my fundraiser in April, and going after the local businesses and trying to get just straight donations that way. I'm hoping that will be probably. I'm hoping one of our more. We can get a lot of money out of that, but we'll see how that goes. So, anyway.
Now, I know in January you were still looking for your final.
Yeah, so the fifth person that we got, so we have myself as president, Michelle Lamattina as vice president, Ken Lytel is the treasurer. My wife Susan is a member, and Mary Holland is our secret fifth member, not secret, but silent, I should say. There was actually, we went through, I emailed both Deborah and Mary Beth Carter. They had they actually submitted it to town council to get a ruling on it. And there was a lot of things that Mary Holland can't do at being part of this, but being on the, being part of the board, I guess, was okay as long as she doesn't actively fundraise.
Okay.
So she can help us plan. She can help us, give us ideas. And then that gave us the majority that we needed to qualify as a nonprofit. So again, she can attend the fundraisers, but she can't work the fundraisers. So that was how we did that. So it worked out well because it got us going. I mean, we'd striking out otherwise, but so that worked out well.
Good. All right. Any other discussion or questions for John about the Friends Incorporated?
Friends of the Elderly and Disabled, Friends of the Whitman Elderly and Disabled Incorporated.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll ask you a question anyways. It's probably not on the same line of what you're talking about, but have we gotten any, I don't know if I direct it to you or if I should go to Ryan, somebody to replace you or whatever the case for this board?
Not me, I'm not on the board
Right.
anymore.
I didn't think so.
So
That
if
would
we
be
need,
directed to
if
Ryan,
you're looking
yeah.
for another citizen at large, I guess we can send something to Selectman's office to have them
Put it on the website.
put it on the website or
I
mention
mean,
it.
at this point right now, it wouldn't be a big deal, but as we start reviewing applications and stuff like that, and I know I don't have a vote, but I'm more than happy to sit in when you guys are doing that, just to, there's nothing that says I can't have a public comment.
Yeah, no,
So
I agree.
I just don't get a vote. But that happens all the time. All the committees I go to
Even at home?
don't have a vote.
Yeah.
I can say something, not in his committee anymore, but
You're welcome to say something in my committee.
at the beginning, not during discussion though.
Right. Well, we need to go home eventually. Our meetings are very long. All right. So next agenda item, piggybacking off of that, is the application release date. 'Cause I know that, we were just discussing kind of last month or in January rather, just kind of trying to figure out, because right now we don't have a lot of money, kind of trying to, obviously we want to get moving on this, but we also want to make sure that we're delivering relief to people as well. So I don't know if people have thoughts about that. I mean, I was thinking, so obviously and then John, in terms of so as the Friends of the Whitman Elderly and Disabled Incorporated, can you just cut a check to?
That was my plan.
Yeah.
That we would cut a check directly to, once we one check is once
Right.
we decide, all right, here's all the money we have to donate, and boom, here it goes. So I would wait until at least, after our June fundraiser.
So that's what I was just, because in my head, I think when I was thinking about this the other day, I was thinking like, well, I would want to wait till at least July, I think, in terms of releasing the application.
Yeah.
What do we have for a deadline for the application?
It's October. I think we went over this last time. I think I'm going to get it mixed up because October is also the community preservation one. I don't know if it's October 30th or the 15th.
I don't remember what the date.
I have it right here. Hold
Yeah,
on.
you want them to hit, if some people are getting
Applications are due by October 1st.
October 1st.
October
because
1st.
people that are getting it, we really want to get
I mean, if you release it July 1st, or in July,
get it on the
It gives, I mean,
That
it'll
gives
give
them
people plenty of multiple
months.
months to do it.
and that is the beginning of the fiscal year.
Yeah.
What?
11-1 would be the.
That would be the preliminary. If we could get it off the preliminary, that would be even better. But because the third quarter isn't till
May.
May.
And hopefully you have the copy that Josh McNeil modified for us that had made it so that you can edit it online. I think you were part of that email
Yeah.
chain. I'll find it if
Yeah, no, I'm sure. Yeah, I know that I do. I
did
just,
get Josh McNeil to make it so that the fields were editable, so that you could sit on a computer and type it all up, and then print it out and sign it.
yeah, because
Did ask for printed copies, not electronic copies.
it does ask for printed ones. Yeah,
That's what we said.
yeah. Well, I think that's. I mean,
It's just easier to distribute.
Right, yeah.
I mean, plus you've got proof of receipt. Somebody emails it to you or whatever. It's like, oh, we didn't see it or we didn't get
Yeah.
it or it went to junk folder or.
Right, yeah.
Yes, we'd want it on the first actual bill, which is
May 1st. Due May 1st.
it's due May 1st. It comes out January, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we can kind of maybe tentatively kind of plan for having it released to the public for July 1. And we can do, and at that point, if that ends up being the date, I can talk to Mary Beth about putting it on the sign out front, that applications are available for, we can put, I was going to say put something in the Express, but that's not a thing we can do.
It's not an
anymore.
option. But what about Justin South Shore?
We can certainly
News.
Yep.
Give him something.
Yeah. So we can just, get the word out, that
That
July
could be
1.
that could be a pay-per-view by then, though.
Oh, is
He's going over to a pay-per-view.
Is he really?
I think he said some things are going to be.
Yeah, I don't know when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, something like that, I'm sure he can make it so it's not. But
It would be so awesome if we could get it back in print, but that's a whole other operation.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you made the proper offer to the Whitman Hanson Express, you could consider.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
At
I'm
this
not
point
taking
right
on
now, I'm sure
no second career.
it's beyond recoverable now.
I know. That's sad.
It's a tough business to be in, though, especially the small newspapers.
I know if you don't have the person there anymore, then that's it.
Yeah.
I
So
wonder if we could talk to Ken Tachi and see if they could put it up on the Whitman cable thing.
Oh yeah, they'll be happy to do that.
Yeah.
It's a good idea, actually. Yeah.
and then the other thing that we could do too is talk to the Council of Aging too around that time to go actually,
That-
do
that's
have
gonna
some
be-
of us or one of us go and explain it and talk about it and
They're already all over it.
Okay.
They know exactly. I mean, Jill had a lot of input in the app. Jill Getchell over there had a lot of input in the application, and she's the one that seniors usually go to help fill out all of these things for Heidi's department and stuff like that. So
The exemptions.
yeah, and
the
Mary's well
payments.
aware of it as well. So, I think that's going to be probably the number one resource.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're there. I mean, she can put it in her newsletter.
Yeah.
Mary can. that, applications are coming out July 1st. They're due by,
Yeah.
probably 90% of the applications are going to go through there, I would think.
Yeah.
So they're just happy to have another opportunity to get money for their people.
Right. Yeah.
Hopefully we can get some.
All right. So what we'll do, so I mean, obviously we'll make a determination. I think probably closer to that's going to be the date. Like I said, I think if so we have $4,000 now. The Friends Incorporated has
Call it 5,000 total.
we have like 5,000 total. If that ends up being the only amount we have, we might make a decision about whether we want to
Give anything out.
give anything this year or wait because and build up more because but let's just keep. I mean, I'm optimistic that I think that they're going to be able to raise
I think so.
a good amount of money for us or for this. It makes it seem like I'm
Yeah.
like like
For the
trying to
fun.
get myself a boat or
And then-
something.
For the fun.
I mean,
Yeah, for the
and
fun,
how,
yeah.
and how much money are we going to give each person? And are we going
Right,
to
yeah.
eliminate a whole tax bill? Are we going to give people $500?
Yeah, and that's something that will be part of the discussion. I think when we get to that.
Yeah.
I think that we can obviously make those determinations, I think, as a committee when we have the applications, because we could look at it in terms of we could have a lot of applications with a lot of people with a lot of need, and we let's see if we can help as many people as possible. We can also, and that's certainly, having done, scholarship work before, that's definitely a question that comes up is that, there's sometimes there were students that you wanted to pay their whole tuition
depends.
kind of thing because they were just so, and then
If we get that 200,000 donation, then I would think about that. But to me, it's just as many as you can.
Right,
have
yeah,
possible.
Yeah.
With something that's going to make a difference.
Like
Right, yeah.
$500 matters.
What's that?
$500
Yeah, oh, yeah.
matters.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even
Definitely
if you did
matters.
250 or 300, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
that matters too. Just
It
the simple
matters.
fact of
Yeah,
discount.
it all matters.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a question. Is there any push to do a company match? Can that work in this?
Company match.
Do you know what I mean? I know before, for when I worked for State Street, if I donated to something, they had a company match program.
What company's going to match it? The town?
No, your company would. If I worked for
Oh.
State Street, I donated to the town. I could submit something to have my company match my donation.
Yeah.
And give it to the organization.
Oh,
I don't know.
I see what you're saying.
I don't know if that's.
I mean, that's something that I would, going forward with businesses in town.
Yeah.
To me, I'm just looking for a straight donation from them.
Right.
I mean, that might be next year's
Yeah.
thought that if you can get employees that donate and.
Right,
But,
citizens.
but you work for a huge company.
Right, but there's
You know,
a lot
I
of
mean-
people in town that work for bigger companies too.
Yeah.
Would that be something that they would? Is your question whether or not that they can accept?
No,
Oh.
to kind of push that to that idea, because people
Oh, yeah.
don't think of it
right.
hey, if I donate, my
Right.
company matches. Why don't?
Oh yeah, so in other words, publicize that as the idea being when you're, if you're making a donation to the friends,
check if your
Right.
company
check if
has
your company has a match.
program.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's-
That would be
People
an
don't-
existing company match program.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Travelers does that, and if the charity meets certain criteria, they will do
Like
it.
a 501c3.
And that's probably what that was.
Right.
That actually, just to update on the 501c3, we were initially thinking it was going to take a while to get that. But in the research that I've done, they usually take at the end of each month, like the 22nd or 24th of each month is the cutoff date. And they say, we're going to process all of those. And they're saying it was going to take 22 days. So basically, ones that were received in end of January, it was going to take them 22 days. And then ones that were received by the end of February, it was going to take them, I think they said 24 days. But now it's getting into tax season. So, because it is with the IRS that this gets filed with. So I'm hoping if we can get filed by the end of March, that we'll have it by the end of April.
Right.
And that does make a difference in far as, Michelle Lamartine was saying that, because she works with Adults for Scholars, and she said, a lot of the bigger companies that they went after, if you didn't have your 501c3 paperwork to submit to them, they wouldn't even talk to you. You know, so I mean that would be something
Right.
along
They'd be
that
looking for-
lines
yeah,
that would have
yeah.
to do that to match.
Yeah.
It would need to have our 501c3 approved.
I just know, like, I would do, and then I'd go, oh, shoot, I forgot to have the company match, and you have to go back
Yeah,
and do
yeah.
it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, oh.
Yeah, it's on
why
it
not?
like our website, and they have a certain criteria, and you put it in,
Right.
and they'll check it, and they'll
Right.
say, okay, that qualifies, and they'll do it.
Right.
And they like to do community things. These, like, if people work for big companies like that, I know
Right.
they do. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. So in June at the Whitman Day, what are you guys going to just have like a donation?
Yeah, we're gonna be
Solicit-
donation. We're gonna push that. We're having the trivia night next week after that as
Okay,
well.
just
So
to
yeah, I mean, I don't know.
promote
Really, I mean, honestly, maybe we think about combining and having, you know, people having a combined table of the committee and
Us.
we'll be next door or something, you know, and
Information
so that you guys can, you know, especially if you decide by then that you are releasing it July
Yeah.
1st, that might be a good idea to get some information out there on the committee, what the committee's doing, and then, and by next door, if you want to donate, you can donate right next door. Just a thought. I mean, that's
Right.
we're definitely going to have a table just for donations.
And I wonder if
you know,
we should-
please donate,
yeah.
scan the QR code, and here we go.
I wonder if
Oh.
you should have like a bake sale to go along with it, or somebody
Something we can
get a
definitely talk
free.
about.
I don't know how you get a free
Yeah, I mean,
like
I-
ice
honestly-
cream. I'm just thinking out of
I've never
Michelle's
been to a
really
Whitman
good.
Day because I've always had to work, but
Me, I haven't either because there's always been something else on that day that interfered.
yeah, Saturdays in June for me are usually pretty busy, but
Yeah.
I've already blocked it off that whatever comes up, somebody else is going to shoot the game. So
Yeah, that's
usually
I'll
playoffs.
try to get there this year, but we could do that. It might not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Could have applications.
Well, maybe on your
explain.
next agenda, that's something we can talk about,
Yeah.
Yep, because we got time.
and I can run it by my guys too and see if they have any ideas because there's a lot of good ideas there in that group.
Okay.
The secret of Ken Lytell, the secret.
Uh-huh.
I was like,
Good for him.
All right. Okay. So that brings us to, speaking of next meeting, John's just setting me up for all the next agenda items. The next agenda item is setting the next meeting date.
Do we want to go
If we stay with the second Wednesday, yeah, it'd be the 8th
of April? If
of
we
April, yes.
if
yeah.
we're going to have an update by April 8th, or do we want to wait till May?
is that the plan?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, that's. I guess I want to be just mindful of people's of time too. Like, I mean, I think, will we have a lot more new information? And because John, just remind me, the squares will be.
I don't know when does March Madness end.
Well, it's,
Yeah, but I mean the sales will be done. So, if we
No.
don't sell out, we'll have to decide how we're going to manage it. But if we do sell out, we know it's $1,500. If we don't sell out, it'll be less depending upon how many we don't sell. But we're also not going to give away the entire, or could possibly not give away the entire prize package because if a square that isn't bought wins, then that money's not going to get paid out.
and
Yeah.
maybe somebody could be really cool about it, and
Yeah, I mean,
you never.
I don't know that
Yeah.
that really happens in squares. Usually, I'm actually surprised that we haven't had more action because I mean I know it's hard to get it out there, but the places that have got it out there, I mean I've gone to a bunch of bars, I've gone to,
Okay.
O2. I'm hoping O'Toole's. They were really excited about it, and they were gonna get it all there. She was real good down there, so. But then I went to Alibi, and Alibi has their own pool already going, very
Oh, so
similar,
Alibi,
more
yeah.
expensive than ours, but.
What about martinis?
So it says the final four is April 6th.
Okay. So you're going. So that's the championship game.
The
So this
fourth
is
and the sixth are the final. So
Yeah.
the sixth must be the last day of.
yeah, Monday's usually a championship game on a Monday. So I mean, yeah, we'd know by then, but
I mean,
it's just basically telling you how much money we won on it.
why don't we do May then? Does everyone object to wait until May? And then,
problem.
That.
and then I think that way. So then the May thing we can be talking. We'll have more information about Friends Incorporated and how much money they've raised, and then we'll also be able to maybe have that'll be before Whitman Day, so we
We can plan for
we can
that.
plan for that.
What do you got for May? May 13th then? That
May
second
13th.
Wednesday?
Yep.
All right.
I'll be retired, so I won't have to like, book myself off my work calendar. Well, this is the last time I have to do that. It doesn't matter really because I don't have anything to do. So I mean, I could disappear.
Trust me, when you retire, you
I
find a
could
lot to do.
disappear for. I have already a list of things that I'm going to be doing, just even around my house, just to get caught up with
Yeah.
all that stuff. I'm telling you, there's a lot. I'm going to be busier, I think. That's what I'm told.
All right. So with that, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Make a
Motion.
motion. Yep, there you go. Seconded.
All right. All in favor?
Bye.
Unanimous. All right. Thank you, guys.